We're here.
Hey everybody, happy Friday and welcome to Threeflings, the only show on Twitch with three tieflings every Friday. Threeflings is a collection of one-shot adventures from the UNCAGED Anthology. So if this is your first episode or your 50th, welcome. You are all caught up. Tonight, we are playing Tooth and Fin by Jazz Isinger from UNCAGED Volume 2 with a Rusalka on the cover.
Yay.
So let's meet our Tiefs, starting by welcoming back Draz. Draz, tell us about your Tief.
I want to say Gong Shi Fa Ta because it is now the year of the ox over here, which happens to be my year, so.
Ooh. Congrats.
I'm Draz, also known as Allison. I play Vittori, the ranger. She has magic, unlike someone else here. And she likes to shoot crossbows.
Welcome back. It's so good to have you. Zan, why don't you tell us about your Tief?
Hi, I'm Zan, and I'm playing Shy, our cleric thief that doesn't usually like to heal, and is mostly a librarian that is also an adventurer. Think Indiana Jones.
And Gwen, tell us about your Tief.
I'm playing Adara, a resident fighty-bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble. She also has a crouton. She also has a warg puppy named Crouton. I'm tired, y'all.
One crouton.
One crouton. She has carbs
This is my emotional
infrequently.
support crouton.
Yeah. She's got a warg puppy named Crouton, and he's fine. He is doing great, actually, and is probably, at this point, that fun puppy stage of absolutely massive and also very untrained. So, fun for the whole group.
Every time you say that Crouton is great in one of these openings, I'm like, he's not great, is he?
Oh no, he's fine. I feel like he just probably, is maybe a little bit sad that all the exciting stuff happens while he's, like, left back at the hotel or whatever. But, like, what we don't see is all the time in between episodes where everyone's bonding and having a nice time, and, like, Shy's displacer kitten, Dante, is still bullying Crouton, and all of that. So, he wants to go on more adventures, but he's still a puppy, so he can't yet.
I love him. Content warnings for tonight. There is potential for child harm / endangerment, and also deep water and ocean. So if either of those are going to be things that you don't want to deal with, we will be happy to see you next time and won't be offended if you cut out. But without further ado, it's been a while. We took last week off, so who wants to tell us what happened previously on Threeflings? We played Oceans of Stone.
It's either you or me, Gwendy.
We went to a town where there was a cult.
Uh-huh.
All right. And the cult had kidnapped someone. The cult leader, the guy in charge of the cult, had kidnapped a girl because he was like, be my significant other. And she was like, nah, thanks, dude. I'm good. And he was like, unacceptable. And kidnapped her and turned her girlfriend into a... No, he turned her girlfriend into a Medusa. She then petrified her girlfriend accidentally. And then he took the statue. No. Did I get them mixed up? Zan, help.
Yes. He took the statue. He cursed the girl that rejected him, and she turned her girlfriend into a statue. Mm-hmm. He kidnapped the statue and was holding it in the temple. Shy kind of broke the game a bit by curing the curse from the Medusa before we even set off after the girlfriend.
So good.
But also, once we... It really only seemed to be the head of the temple that was doing all this bad stuff. So
yeah, the rest of the cult was cool.
We mostly left the rest of the cult alone. We killed the bad dude. We rescued the statue, turned her back, got the girlfriends back together, and everything was hunky-dory.
Right, and there was a fight with the leader of the cult on a tiny island surrounded by hunter sharks.
And we're going to ignore the fact that we spent several rounds in a room fighting the decor.
IKEA.
Yeah, the multi-stage fight where we were just like, all right, and living armor, all right, and whatever the name of the rug that fights is, all right, and,
rug of smothering.
Yeah, all right, and these swords also attack on sight. Cool. Funly decorated bedroom this guy has.
Dress, why did you put on emote only chat?
Wait, did I? Did I accidentally? I was trying to pop out a chat because I realized I hadn't done it yet. And
I was like, what are you doing?
I've never like accidentally emo chat in like any other stream I mod, but I guess one time I'm also
Fun mode this episode only emotes are allowed.
Sorry.
We give Draz mod powers.
Be a sword, apparently, but and also be on stream.
We gave Draz mod powers for 20 minutes. We're off to a great start.
Subscribing space raw.
They even followed the rules. The emote only rule.
Oh my gosh. It's a day, yo.
All right.
So yeah, a point of that thing, inspiration for everybody to share.
Cool.
And none for Dresk. You messed with chat.
Oh no.
So, you have been traveling to Atirat for a while now. You've heard about this festival where the mermaids attend. And finally, you arrive at this small coastal village. The beach is rocky and flanked by docks tightly fitted between looming fjords. You see gray-blue water, and the horizon is silhouetted by dozens of fishing boats. Around you, you see lots of merfolk-themed buildings around. Like, there is the Merfolk Tap Room, the Kelp Help General Store, and Chapel of the First Mermaid. And she sells seashells, and so on.
Hell yeah.
Well, this is certainly quaint.
I like it. It's fun.
Does everything have to be named with the theme in mind?
They don't, then like they get a takedown notice. Like, no, your business can't be run here.
The town clearly has like a very strong marketing vision, and they are sticking with it. I mean, we came here because we heard about a mermaid party, right? So clearly it's working.
Well,
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it to my house, but I can't fault them for committing to the bit, you know.
One thing you notice about the art of the mermaids depicted on the walls and above the doors, they're not the slender, romantic, almost sexualized mermaids that you have seen, almost it's seen in stories, that you've seen art or illustrations of before. These are very fish-like mermaids. They are predominantly fish bodies with just arms and heads of women with long hair.
What's the neck situation like? Is it a fish neck or a human neck?
It is a human neck.
Okay.
It starts like here up.
Okay.
There are no boobs on the mermaids, basically.
Okay. Just needed to know how to adjust my mental image accordingly.
Yeah, like I stuck like a fish on its side and then added like arms and then I stuck a head on it. I was like, yes.
Just like envision a regular fish and then literally only the face is a human face and the front flippers are human arms and the rest is fish. Mermaid. All right,
a little more human than that.
Cool.
A little bit.
So like a human from here up, from armpit up, and then the rest is fish.
All right.
Which actually makes quite a bit of sense.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I guess... I don't know how to follow this up. I don't know if mermaids need to, like, nurse or whatever. But apparently not. At least not these ones. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's stop talking about mermaid breasts in public. This feels weird.
Conversation just like happening in like the town square.
We're just standing in the very middle of the town being like, they have no boob!
Where are fish titty?
I came to see fish titty.
It's like if they have far more access or interaction with merfolk, then it would follow that they would have less stylized art than we have seen in previous places.
That's true. Have we met mermaids before?
You met one. You rescued her girlfriend.
All right.
I believe we met... I'm not sure if... I think Shar was there when... There was some merfolk in another episode.
Oh, yeah. The one with Cordian. That was a whole bunch of mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
With the sea hag?
Yes. Fish lungs. Anti-fish lungs.
All right. So, we're here for the merfolk party. Tavern, I guess, might know details? We don't know, like, when or where specifically. We just kind of heard that there was gonna be a party.
Shy probably knows a bit more about when, but maybe not where. Just know that it's centered on this town.
Shy, since you were the one who had first heard about it, you would know that it's dedicated to Atidat, the deity that the town is named for. And it's a religious ceremony determined by the lunar moon.
Is it the Lunar New Year?
I say, which, as coincidence has it, is tonight.
Ah! We planned it! We planned everyone being sick last week for this.
Yeah, exactly. Perfectly timed. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, well, in any case, we can stop by at a tavern and get specifics on where the meetup is likely to take place.
Yeah. I don't imagine a tavern is hard to find here. I assume it's the building with the images of merfolks, like, holding steins or something.
Yeah, the merfolk tavern.
Wait, question, is there a Starbucks here and is the logo exactly the same?
Please!
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
But it's not called Starbucks. It's called
What's it called?
Shells.
All right, good.
I love it.
Cool.
So, heading into the merfolk tap room, you see a couple fisher folk chilling out, having some drinks, some lunch. And there's a barkeep, gnome, serving some ales. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, nets and fishing accoutrement on the wall.
Cool. Is there, like, a notice board or anything?
Yeah, there is, actually.
Does it have party flyers on it? Because if we don't have to ask a person about it, that's better.
You see one that says, fishing rod for sale, 4 copper. It really, barely used. Another one that says best bobble, 5 gold, totally worth it, 100%, guaranteed to work every time, 66% of the time.
Ah.
Baby shoes.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I said baby shoes never worn.
No!
Yeah.
Just turn around, leave immediately.
Another one that says, like, sunset ocean cruises, see the merfolk for yourself kind of thing.
Okay, nothing like advertising the upcoming party next week or anything, though.
No.
Cool. Shit, we have to ask a real adult.
Shai will go and ask the bartender about the ceremony, and if we were to participate, if we need to bring anything.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so this tan-skin, kind of middle-aged gnome sees you, heads on over to serve you an ale and asks if you want the brine special.
I'll try that.
They get you, some ale with a pickled egg.
Interesting.
It works best if you, stick the egg in the ale. That brines the ale a bit, too. But, I assume you're here for the festival?
Yes. If we were to wish to participate, would we need to bring anything?
Oh, well, over at the chapel, all the attendants pretty much have that. The landsmaids, they tend to give out some fish food. I suppose if you want to see a merfolk, you might want to bring some fish food yourself.
Fish
I've never seen a merfolk myself, but I've heard that they sometimes come and join in.
Have
well,
you...
I certainly hope to see one.
You know, they say that queen is quite a beauty.
Have you never participated in the festival?
Oh, no.
Also, why the... Sorry, Shai, why did you put an egg in your beer?
Oh, it's a local traditional thing. I wish to try it.
Huh. Alright. I assume Adara walked up halfway through this conversation, as she is wont to do.
As expected.
So you've
No.
never done the festival?
No, I don't go in for that church stuff.
They're cool with outsiders, though, right? Like, if we just wander in, interested in participating, they're not gonna, like, yell at us?
Oh, no, it's a big tourist thing.
Alright.
But everybody comes here afterwards and needs a drink.
Sounds like a pretty good setup you got going on.
Oh, yeah, it's fishing town. Everybody does some service with the merfolk. We've got some other ladies serving Atirat, and, or at least used to, but, I just stick to the bar.
I will say, when you say fish food, do you mean like we should bring along pickled herring or something, or
They might go for that. I think they mostly give them rotted vegetables and bread.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
You know,
With them
ducks
right
like
now.
bread.
Just am I with them right now? I never know if like Vittori has
You are with
magically...
them. I'm gonna say you have magically appeared.
Hey! Cousin!
I should have told you.
Yes. Every time I do one of
So
these
sorry.
episodes, I'm like, shooting is Vittori. Can I interact with the scene or not?
You absolutely can. You are totally here as Vittori, and I forgot to introduce you.
I imagine
Because
Shai
I
is... Oh, sorry.
Jazz was watching the stream, and I got nervous.
Oh, no.
Hi, Jazz. Our writer is here. We're
I
in
imagine-
Jazz.
I imagine Shai is just getting, like, progressively snuck up on by, like, the cousins. So, like, you know, she's having this normal conversation, and then Adara just kind of appears and comments on her drink that she had no control over. And then, like, 10 seconds later, Vittori just appears and starts talking, and she's like, what? Why does this keep happening to me?
How could this
And
happen
it's just
to
like-
me?
It's like, somehow, I should have expected this to happen. And it's like writing a comment in her book is just going, There's a pattern here.
I just give Vittori like a hello high five over Shy's head.
Yeah.
Sup, here for the party?
Oh god, I want to draw that now. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially now we know that Shy is shorter than we thought.
Yep, a teeny weeny 5'5", everyone.
5'5" is not that small.
No, I know. It's just funny because every other Tief on this show, except for Shy and Ophelia, is like massive.
And Brooks.
Yeah, and Brooks. It's the three small ones. Anyway. So, do we know when the festival actually starts? We kind of had like a ballpark here and showed up about on time, but I don't know if any of us has gotten any concrete, like, is it like dawn in 2 days or
High tide tonight. Just
Shit.
head on over to the Chapel of the First Mermaid. You can't miss it.
All right, so as somebody who has not been extensively tracking like the waves, can you ballpark like how many hours high tide is in?
It's like-
You see their eyes, like, kind of take on this thoughtful appearance. They say, as the sun fades and the moon begins to rise, as several drinks, empty glasses, and several drunks roll out the door, that is when the tide becomes high. I'm just kidding.
All right. I didn't know.
4 hours, bucko.
Thanks. That I didn't know you well enough to know if that was like a bit or what. So cool.
Reach out good, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll get a egg drink too. I guess. I'm uncomfortable now.
One brine special.
Thanks.
I imagine it's very salty.
How does it taste, Shy?
Salty. Salty, ale-y. Just, I imagine it's like a drunken egg type thing. And then with a mix of some kind of savory float.
You know, when we can do it with extra special, we put some fish roe on the bottom.
Oh.
Give you like a little bubble pop when you take a sip.
Well, that's fun.
Why not?
You as well get a pickled egg and an ale.
Is this a real thing? Jazz, explain. Where's chat? Jazz, is this real?
This is not in the adventure. No.
Oh, okay. Jazz, explain.
I really like pickled eggs and I'm hungry.
Oh.
Oh. I thought the brine special was gonna be like a pickleback.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I used to go to a cider place that would serve, that would make homemade cider and also have cider pickled eggs that they'd serve together. That was really yummy.
Hmm. All right.
Pickled eggs are a bar staple.
Yeah, but not usually like in the drink.
No.
Yeah.
That's why it's a special.
Mm. I'm just imagining.
Otherwise, you can't put it in the beer.
It's like the American alcoholic version of like the Ramune like sodas with the marble. You know. Yeah, with an egg. Normal. Welcome to Kentucky, y'all. Free me from this hell. Let's move on. All right, team. Are we waiting until nightfall? I'm ready to just chill until nightfall. We need to know where the place is, but otherwise, like, hang out, catch up. Fill Vittoria in on what we've been up to for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to like hang out in the tavern for a little bit and catch up.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, for once we arrive in town and there's not some epic thing that's happening.
Right?
actually.
Just a nice, normal festival. We're gonna...
Yeah, like... Usually by this time someone has, like, I don't know, attacked someone in the street, or, like, you know, some creature has, like, appeared.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean...
this one was just a normal one?
Oh, or, I don't know if you were here for this one. There was a time we went into a tavern and we were like, alright, you seem to have some sort of, like, don't go out at night issue. Like, maybe we can help with that. And then the outside air just yelled at us to not leave the tavern. That was fun. But that's not happening here, and that's great. And I'll spend a little bit of time just hanging out and filling Vittori in on, like, what we've been up to. See if I can sneak a pickled egg to Crouton.
Oh, you absolutely can.
Excellent.
Yeah, like, just imagine if, like, just one of these Threeflings episodes, nothing happens, and they're just vibing the whole time and having a good time.
Right? This is...
We should have a recap episode.
Yeah, this is just the everyone's nice to each other and nothing bad happens episode. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why there are content warnings on this one. We're just chilling in a tavern the whole time.
Yeah, isn't that right, Jazz? That's what your adventure is about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging in a tavern.
Yeah.
Having pickled eggs.
Is there anyone noticeable in the tavern other than, like, us?
Except there's a couple fisher folk going around. You see, as it gets closer to night, you see more touristy looking people wearing beachy clothes. You all have pretty amazing passive perception, so you can overhear some of them. And you hear stuff like, do you really think we'll see some merfolk? Well, they don't always come, but when they do come, it's a party. Oh, I don't know if I'd want to be a merfolk. Who wants to talk to sharks all day? And stuff like that.
Fun.
Saltwater's so damaging to your hair, but it's so good for your skin.
Oh no!
And so on.
Oh, the trade-off is real. Alright.
Nothing suspicious?
Yeah, seems on the up and up. Just tourists getting excited. Sounds great. We will blend in with the tourists. We are not noticeable in any way. Just regular tourists.
This is another beach episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those hot spring episodes.
Yeah. We're just here to have a nice time.
It's like, since we have time, I think Shai would like to go to the market and purchase some fresh fish. Maybe some salted fish as well. If we're going, and some bread. If we're going to be participating in this, I think we should at least bring something. And I'd rather not bring rotten vegetables. That sounds like a really awful offering.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say that earlier, like, that's like feeding pigeons, not like people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Shai, do you know what merfolk want to eat? Because, like, we can bring bread, but...
I mean, considering their environment, their normal diet is probably fish, seaweed. Mostly those things, I would think. But I'm thinking maybe if we bring prepared fish, like salted or smoked, it might be something new to them.
Ooh, yeah, smoked fish might be cool. Like, they probably have trouble with that one.
And maybe, since they seem to like bread, I think that would be a good idea as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
It's not just something that the people just offer them because it's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say if we get vegetables, fresh vegetables would be better than rotten ones, but I don't know why in particular they would have rotten ones. Maybe they have trouble digesting fresh vegetables for some reason. But I don't think they'd have any problem with fish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I kind of see if there's any, like, you know, that roasted seaweed, you know, the really crunchy stuff, because, like, if they're going to be underwater most of the time, they're not going to have that. So, like, you know, something that they usually have, but, like, with a different texture and flavor as a treat.
Right. Let's go. Let's go shopping. We're gonna win this mermaid party.
That's a normal thing to watch.
We're gonna totally ruin it for the rest of the people there because all the mermaids are gonna like us the best.
Yeah, we're gonna all the merfolk are just gonna be like, screw the like religious people doing their cult thing or whatever. The Threeflings are our new favorites.
Hell yeah.
Between the Kelp Help General Store and the fishing boats that you see are starting to come in as dusk. It is becoming dusk. You see prominent the dockmaster, Stanford Toastwater, who is a dwarf about your age, who can give you guidance on where to buy the best fish because he knows all of the fishers.
Stanford Toastwater?
Yeah, I think Toastwater is such a surname. Like, what is Toastwater? What would that be like?
I don't know. Probably not good, but it's a great name.
He's our Dan.
Yeah.
Of this episode.
Yeah.
This episode's all-purpose Dan. Every coastal city has one.
Yeah, it's very important.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Stanford Toastwater, for the directions.
Oh, yeah. You going to the festival tonight?
Yeah. Are you?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Not much coming and going with the boats after dusk time, so I'll be there.
You ever see one of these merfolk?
Oh, yeah, that queen, she's a beauty. She comes out, walks on 2 legs, and I heard she might even grant wishes.
Ooh.
Oh. That's interesting.
What are her criteria for who's worthy of receiving a wish?
Well, I didn't think to ask.
Oh.
When was the last person who has received a wish?
Oh, well, it's just a thing people say, and I don't really know.
She walk on 2 legs. It's like her fish half just like split into 2.
Yes.
Could also be that she's like
that logo over there.
she's on the Starbucks.
Yeah, she's Starbucks.
It could be that, like, you know, the queen is fish top half, human bottom half. And that's like, that's the royal phenotype, and then if you don't have that one, then you're like a commoner.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Alright.
A fish with 2 human legs.
Stomp, stomp, stomp out of the ocean. Get your wish!
Oh yeah, and with a little crown on the head.
Little crown, yep.
I give wishes for bread. Alright.
Give me bread!
We're in a mood today, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We are having a time.
Wait, there's a sea shanty about that. We're getting off topic though.
Cool. So, I guess just fast forward to walking to the temple?
Yeah.
All right. So, team, on our way there, if you got a wish from the Ocean Queen, what would you wish for? Because I asked a lot of questions about how to get a wish, but I realized I don't actually know what the fuck I would wish for.
Yeah.
So
Like,
now I'm searching for ideas.
A wish with no, like, criteria or anything, it's just too broad. Like, the possibilities are endless. Like, I guess you could just, like, you know, end world hunger is a thing that you can just wish for, you know.
You could.
The largest wish you ask for, the more likely it is to backfire.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
That's why it's the responsible choice to just pick, like, a small personal thing instead of trying to, like, fix the whole planet with a wish.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's like...
That's Ethics 101 with Threeflings.
So arriving at the temple.
just like,
we need to get this going.
do the adventure already, goddammit.
You see small windows and hard benches that form rows on both sides. There's no altar, And instead, the fourth wall is missing. In fact, we are breaking the fourth wall here, as it opens directly to the sea, with the dock extending past the three walls, jutting out into the water. And the water is close to the top of the dock, with spotted salt and algae showing time and tide.
Oh, that's convenient.
There's pristine paintings covering the ceiling and the walls that show beautiful merfolk that are fish-like from the arms down. Like you saw on the other buildings, are scaled and sleek through the chest and into the tail, with long hair, pointed ears, colorful tails, and elaborate dorsal fins. And they look almost like elven or fey, but sylvan-boned in their facial structure.
Interesting.
Walking in, you see several young girls, about age 5 through mid-teens, that assemble another group of smaller girls out on by that back wall. A couple townsfolk fill in with you, and they all kind of hop, 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 hop with excitement.
So basically the children are up front. And the ceremony's not happening yet, right? But they're excited?
Mm-hmm. It has not yet happened.
Okay.
So there seems to be like an obvious person we're going to need to pay attention to, like somebody who's in full priestly regalia, or who has a large basket of rotting vegetables near the water.
You see a girl who's about 15. She's wearing a brown dress like the others and a knotted belt made of kelp, but the others seem to be deferring to her.
What are the tourists in the area doing?
Kind of whispering to each other and moving along on the benches, like, oh my gosh, it's gonna start. What do we do? What do you think we'll really see a merfolk? Kind of thing.
Okay. To the group, front or back? Because I know Shy and I generally have very conflicting opinions on this. So Vittori, you might be the tiebreaker.
I think we should go back, just because I don't want us to block anyone's view, because, you know, our horns can really mess that up for people.
See, Shy, it's considerate.
Well, I have an answer to that, and Shy will just sit down in front.
Shit. All right, she's got you there. Point to Shy.
I mean, I guess we could sit at the back and Shy could sit at the front.
Like a nerd. Sure, that's fine.
Like,
Shy's
I am
sitting
nerd.
with children.
That is not an insult.
Also trying to figure out how cross-legged works when your legs,
Accordion fold?
disintegrate. Yeah. Like, how does that work?
I'd imagine she's not cross-legged, but she's got, like, one leg tucked under the other, and, like, one knee up front, one leg tucked underneath that.
Legs are hard.
Legs are hard. And plus, if she has one knee upright, she could stand easier.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So you start noticing some of the girls in robes begin tossing food out into the water.
Bowls and bread.
I will do the same. With some smoked and salted fish.
Yeah, I'll go up by Shy so the merfolk know that it was like us with the good food.
Uh-huh.
Victoria walks over and just like, I guess she tosses some of the seaweed, but like not a lot of it, just because that'll get soggy real fast. but just to know that it exists, come up to get more.
So before any of you can get up there, actually, you are stopped by several of the Queen's handmaiden, or the landsmaids, who say, "Oh, apologies, this is a religious ceremony. We hope you understand."
Okay, so we don't give them the food. That's fine.
We did bring some offerings, if you would like to include them.
Oh, thank you for your generosity.
And we'll hand over our the things we had purchased.
Okay. She takes them to the tall half-elf, who they all seem to be deferring to, who kind of nods, like, in thank you to the three of you.
I'm good they accepted it and not be like, oh no, these are much better than the rotten vegetables we've been giving them. No thank you.
Adara, in her head, is just like, now they're not gonna know that we spent money on the good shit.
Yeah. That's not fair.
The leader of the landsmaids, who is referred to as the Queen's handmaiden, stands facing all of you and claps her hands together. And she faces one of the walls of the temple and begins reciting, or singing, actually, a song in Aquan. Do any of you speak Aquan?
Shy actually speaks, it knows Primordial.
Okay.
So maybe she wouldn't know the accent, but would be able to understand most, if not all, of what she's saying.
So you hear her say something ish of, "Recall the elf upon the land who felt herself drawn to the sea, and so fashioned with her own hand a tail, a fin, and gills to breathe." And the landsmaids repeat what she said as they continue to throw more food into the water.
Interesting. They are singing of an elf maiden that was called to the sea.
Hmm.
And they are calling her back to visit.
She moves to the back wall. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, evidently they're just, the people that they're calling are maybe her and her descendants?
Yeah, at least mythologically it could explain, or, you know, make sense that people would think that that was perhaps the origin of mermaids, given merfolk, given the elf-looking features on the non-fish parts that we've seen.
She moves to the back wall and says, and then is repeated back to her, "Yet once in that deep dark below, freedom danced with isolation. Forlorn tears birthed a perfect roe, a newborn child, a cried creation." This is again still in Aqua. So some of the other tourists at this point are like looking around kind of confused, but some of them are still like, yes, I totally understand what's going on here.
No, it's like,
I do speak Latin, thank you.
It's like rapt attention now and trying to understand the lyrics, probably writing down as many of the phrases as she can translate, and just like, this is a little confusing, so I'm not exactly sure I'm translating this right, but it's kind of I think a continuation of her story.
She faces to the right of the chapel and says, "Noble lady of land and sea, the first of merfolk down below, so made a folk of swimming free, and to the firstborn a crown bestow."
Okay. So Evidently, the firstborn of the elf that was called to sea is the queen, or her line are the queens of these merfolk. Evidently, this is where all merfolk come from in this tale.
She faces the front now, and all of you. Puts her hands out and says, Queen of merfolk, newly royaled, so watched as their small tribe did swell. Against dark waters they toiled, forcing back dread beasts and spells. And then she walks out to the dock, and she and all of the landsmaidens shout in unison, We pray to Our Lady of Land and Sea to bless our hearths and nets this day, and let the merfolk queen ever be our great watcher of ocean way. And then a silence echoes across the water. After a few moments, you see a dark-skinned, non-binary humanoid appear from the water and walk out onto the dock. They have black braids with shells and bright fabrics. And they're wearing worn but clean clothes and smell like a dawn sea breeze. Looking like the chapel paintings, they're flat-chested and have pointed ears and move with fluid, graceful movements. Their nostrils flare like gills, and they speak in an even, quiet voice. I am the merfolk queen. This is in common. And in the name of Our Lady Atirat, I beseech the assistance of land dwellers to retrieve our children from a dangerous foe. Will you assist me?
Yes.
I have 2 questions. First question, how many nostrils? Just
2.
point of clarification. Okay. Second question, can I make an insight check on that?
Sure.
Okay. Just
I'm
checking.
sorry, but the mention of children in danger would have bypassed all of Shy's.
I would immediately shy.
Yeah.
You're immediately like, yes.
Insight, 21.
You get that this is definitely someone royal who is not accustomed to asking for help, but that they seem to require it at this time.
Okay. Cool. Just, wanted to check because a stranger coming out of the ocean to say, hey, I need you to come with me to go rescue children, sounds like a trap. So Idara takes a second to just kind of squint at them, and then hears Shy go like, yes, immediately, and is like, fine.
Think that Shy just dives into the water with thought.
No, she just step forward and say yes.
You see a lot of the did I just say lands? I almost said landsmaid. Wow. The Queen's Handmaiden and the landsmaids bowing to her, and she accepts their graciousness. They kiss her hands, kind of thing, and all of the audience are very jazzed about this situation.
Very
but
jazzed.
Jazzed. Hey!
It's funny because that's the author's name.
But hearing Shy immediately say yes, their eyes lock onto Shy. And they give you a nod that's basically like they want to speak with you privately after things kind of settle down a bit.
We'll give a bit of a bow, show that I understand, and we'll kind of wait off to the side.
So a party kind of erupts at this point, and the villagers and the tourists are like, oh my gosh, a mermaid! And they're very much like merfolk. Queen.
Merfolk, please.
They greet the queen's handmaiden by name, calling her Gurand. Like they know her, they have some sort of understanding. And then after greeting the villagers and tourists kind of run into the water to see if other merfolk have popped up, the queen approaches you. Says you were very eager to assist.
Yeah, just... That's not something that Shai could turn away from.
I appreciate your willingness to help. 1 month ago, our hatching nursery was attacked. A school of vicious sharks, led by a powerful Sahagwin priestess and her followers, killed several of my guards and stole nearly half of our row. My children. Scouts were able to track them to a cave a few leagues from here, but they've hidden the row in a cavern that doesn't flood with the tide. I'm alone, blessed of Atirat, able to transform into this form with land-dweller legs. But I'm the only one able to do so. I need help from landfolk to retrieve my children by stealth or by night. I have no idea what they have planned, but time is essential. I don't know what happens when row are out of the water for long.
Can't be a good thing.
Yeah. They might dry up or something.
So are the two of you with Shai on this? I know Idara was a little suspicious.
Idara is standing like just close enough that she's technically considered part of the conversation and just like staring directly at the Merfolk Queen, being like, still gotta make sure that we're on the up and up. So far, no new red flags have been raised.
So I was just like rolling insight checks after insight checks after insight checks. While Vittoria and Shai are like on board.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, is this cave far from the shore?
You would need to go travel by boat unless you can swim. I know this will be difficult. I don't expect you to do this for free here. And they loosen one of their many braids and pulls out 3 silver rings, holding them in their hand. They say, these will help you breathe underwater, swim as we do, and understand our language.
Vittoria was just like, hearing that and be like, but I already have stuff for that. I already have stuff. Oh, wait, I don't have anything to speak in Auckland. Okay, that's what's better.
We have stuff to help us breathe underwater. Shai at least does not have something to help her swim. And understanding Aquan as well? Yeah, Shai would really like one of those.
Over-equipped, so I love it. By the end of Threeflings, we'll have like a magic item for everything.
Yeah. We need to start paying attention to the tuning rules.
Yeah, I don't think any of Vittoria's magic items so far need attunement, which is
I know
wild.
Adara's got at least one.
Shai's got at least one that needs attunement.
These require attunement.
Everyone's got
Would you
one
say
extra.
they require attunement?
Boo! Someone on my dress.
I wouldn't.
I would, in fact, not say that, actually.
In any case, that is quite generous. And we will do all we can, or at least, and then looks to the others and it's just like,
your own shitty joke. On Mark. Sorry.
That fish head gif or emote is getting a lot of use. Anyway, Shai is just like, I will do everything I can to return them safely.
Thank you. I can accompany you to the cave, but no further.
Why not further?
Well, I can take you with my guards to the cave, but afterwards I must stay with my people.
All right.
It's like, Adara, she's a queen. She lives by different rules.
If you want to try and convince her, you can do that.
I don't think I would. I think it just, you know, like, why can't you go further? Is this like a personal problem, or like is there more that we need to be aware of?
Oh, okay. Just like, because I'm a queen and I don't have to do that shit.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I accept this answer.
Thank you. When my children are returned to me, you will be blessed and welcome in Ascalonia, our city in the water.
Neat.
I will meet you by the shallows. And she heads down the dock, unless you want to stop her. Them. I'm so sorry. I'm just fucking up.
Oh.
They head down the dock.
I think I did it too, partially because I was associating queen with, and that does not necessarily correlate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's an inherited title.
Exactly.
Anyway, I think in usual Threeflings MO, we let them go ahead a bit, and then we briefly regroup, and then we meet up again and pretend like we weren't just talking about them. But the second they're out of earshot and seem to be leaving, Idara just goes, "All right, I didn't get anything weird from that conversation aside from, you know, the obvious, all of that notwithstanding, like, it seems on the up and up, so I guess we can do it. Vittori, how you feeling?"
I mean, like, you know, got all the magic items that could make this as easy as possible, so, like, you know.
Always good to double up. What exactly do those rings do, Shai?
Well, they help you understand.
Hey, Ashley, thanks for the raid.
Yay! Thank you. Let me actually look up those rings so that I can see.
What?
Yeah, what are the rings called?
These are called the Ring of the Merfolk. They are very rare and require attunement. They're silver green and they magically resize to your finger.
Nice.
When attuned, it grants the wearer a swim speed equal to your base speed, which cannot be reduced by armor, water breathing, and the ability to comprehend but not speak Aquan.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, that swim speed thing is really good.
Some of us already had that. Ho 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 ho.
Yeah.
No, that is useful though, especially for someone wearing like metal. So, I guess we're
Check water and sink.
Oh yeah.
If you breathe water, you don't have to swim. You can walk on bottom floor. So I guess we're good. Do we need to do anything else? Do we just follow them and be like, all right, cool, long time no see, let's go?
Yeah. That seems about right.
All right.
Yep. I am fully okay with full steam ahead to save some children.
Mechanics question for Jess. Do we need to, like, spend time attuning to these before we go?
Yes, you do.
So we'll take a short rest.
Yeah, I guess.
It's so weird, like, having a sort of a rest without, like, having done anything.
Right? Like, let me just top off my superiority dice. Oh, wait.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we can take an hour.
Yeah, hour sounds...
Funny that, like, we'd want to, like, help them, like, straight away, but we have to...
Yeah, it's like,
Look,
I will just spend that hour pacing.
if their row weren't going to survive an hour without us, they weren't going to make it. All right, cool. Then I'm just going to reread my magic items real quick, and then I'm good to go. After the hour has passed.
I'm fighting with Nightbot.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
You're the only channel I've seen, like, that command, like, not work, and I don't know why.
It just really wants to shout me out.
Yeah,
Well, we can worry about it.
He's your biggest fan.
Yeah, we can worry about it after the stream.
Absolutely.
Cool.
That's funny. Okay. Anyway, so how are you going to get there? Are you going to just swim to the cave?
So we were going to meet the queen in the shallows, right?
Yes.
And with our rings, we have a good swim speed.
Yeah.
Victoria's definitely thinking about just swimming because she has a good swim. I think she has like 60 swim speed from her vest.
Yeah, Adara also has 60 feet of swim speed from the Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Actually, I need to check. Maybe it's just only 30. There's so many water-breathing items that...
There
I
are.
forget, like, what has what.
Mine would be 30 if it's the same as walking.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, Victoria only has 30.
But also, just going to make sure that the chain shirt will have absolutely no effect, otherwise we may need to get a boat.
I mean, you have met the Dockmaster.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
As part of our attuning break, can we like regroup with the queen for a sec and ask some follow-up questions? Like
regroup with the queen?
Yeah, and ask them like, you know, how to transport the row once they have been rescued.
That's a good question.
Aha.
What is the best way?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to leave that to you, but...
What if we accidentally, like, damage the children?
But, so, you know, there's quite a lot of them, and you're not going to be able to get them all at once.
Okay.
Are we gonna need to like re-wet them or
Re-wet them?
like
Re-wet them? Oh my god.
What volume, like order of magnitude? How many row?
How many can you carry at a time?
How many total?
And how
Like,
many total?
yeah. How many, hypothetically, are we gonna need to bring back? Is this like,
150.
how big is each row?
You can carry about 5 in your hand at a time.
In your
In
hand
2
at a
hands.
time.
2 hands.
All right. So, if we
You
perhaps
carry 1d12 between 2 hands.
if we perhaps carry them carefully in cloaks after we have taken care of any enemies, we might be able to carry more.
Yeah. However, we might also be able to just go buy like some large
That's
waterproof sacks or something to kind of help with that. You know, if it's waterproof on the outside, then you fill it with water on the inside and it should stay there.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
putting
like
row
big
in
water
it
balloons.
displace it?
I mean, some of the water,
Okay.
but like then they're wet again. And
Yeah.
that I understand that was a problem. Because they got fish-napped up and
Fish-napped, nice.
And that was part of the issue. But yeah, I think, bringing some sort of container would be smart, and I imagine that they count as living creatures, and therefore a bag of holding would be inappropriate.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
That would
Just
make them dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first thought was like, wow, have we not gotten a bag of holding yet on this adventure? And my second thought was, no, that would kill them anyway.
Yeah, you can't put the queen's 150 babies in the bag of holding. That's frowned upon.
It's not the bag of holding babies.
I'd like a baby Bjorn of holding, please.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Alright. So, yeah, I'll just go to the general store, and see if I can pick up, like, some waterproof sacks. The bigger the better. I'm very strong, but I have a limited number of hands, so I want a large sack, not many sacks.
Adara buys new hands.
I love it. Okay.
Maybe we get a boat and just, like, come along with us.
Get a boat, sink the boat, push the boat, full of row, to the Merfolk City.
And then row.
Yeah. Get it? Because it's fish eggs.
Exactly.
And a boat.
I mean, with the three of us tugging it, a boat might be a good idea. Like, if we purposefully buy a boat in disrepair and purposefully sink it.
Yeah, we can do that. I would like to know where we're taking them once we rescue them. That will also answer some questions, I think.
Yeah. So, you know that they, after talking to the Merfolk Queen, who introduces you to some of their scouts and guards, they know that there is a cavern with an underwater entrance, but they were unable to tell where the row were there and if they were, like, intact. And that entrance appeared to be very well guarded by Sahwagan. Chaz gave me a lesson on how to pronounce it today, and I'm still fucking it up.
The important thing...
That's it.
I'm just glad I've seen it before, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The important thing is that you're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you're trying with Nightbot.
Alright. And then after we get out of the cavern, like, where do we go?
The row are in the cavern, you just don't know where.
But once we exit the cavern with the row, or is it just like...
If you eliminate the creatures guarding the cavern, you could give them to the Merqueen. They and their guards will be outside. They could take them for me.
That's way better! Alright.
A lot of logistics with the boat and the bags and...
Crisis averted.
Once we take care of the enemy, all we have to do is carry the row...
outside.
The stretch that is not covered in water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah. Great, let's go then, I guess. Assuming it's been an hour. Once we've chilled for an hour, let's go.
As soon as the hour ticks past, like, the hour mark, we all just stand up and just run.
Just in unison.
Like, all good now.
Yeah, it's like, I imagine the minute that the hour is up, Shai's like, let's go.
Adara stands up like, oh, I was squatting weird, my feet are asleep.
Oh no! Oh, that can't be good for swimming.
So, the hanging out, squatting by the boats, Stanford Toastwater comes up to you. Just kind of says, so you're gonna go out in the water? You're gonna be needing a boat?
We're really good swimmers.
All three are like, we spent an hour thinking about if we needed a boat or not, but I don't think we actually had a conclusion.
Like,
that...
I think we'll be fine. Perhaps tomorrow.
Alright, well, good luck. And, let me know if you need any help spotting some fish.
Thanks, Stanford Toastwater.
He, like, tips his cap to you.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's swim.
Swimming time!
So it takes a little bit of time to get out there, but accompanied by the Merfolk Queen and their 4 guards. Sounds like you are going to be attacking this place head on.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess they did mention that we could do subterfuge as like an option.
Yeah.
They did.
However,
But I don't think this is the party for that.
yeah, one, I don't know if this is the party for that. I'm gonna leave, Penhead in chat reminded me, I'm gonna leave, Crouton with Stanford Toastwater if he's, open to it, and be like, I will pay you pet sitting services, Crouton can't swim.
And Dante is on Crouton's back.
Okay.
And Vittori, the ranger, is the only one without an animal.
Yeah.
Hashtag not that kind of ranger.
Yeah. So good.
But yeah, I think we're going head on, although I'm certainly open to being talked into, trying to be all sneak about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna try being sneaky, Shy will hang back a bit, as she is not sneaky.
It's, yeah, like, I'm not entirely sure, like, I feel like in the water we can't really be stealthy. I guess it's more of a question of what happens when we go to the cave, but also, I think that'll depend on what happens when we enter the cave. Like, if there's any, like, guards or anything, like, directly in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will affect, you know, how
Yeah.
much we can be stealthy and how aggressive we can be.
Funny, you should mention that. As you approach the cave,
Ruh-roh.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, yay.
Oh my god. 16.
23.
9.
Okay.
I see nothing.
So you are aware that you are not alone at this entrance. You knew that it was guarded, and Shy, I think it was you who had an issue with them before, possibly. You know that there are reef sharks around here.
It's
Oh.
always sharks.
I'm just glad the hunter sharks, my enemy.
Just a couple of days ago, I was bitten by by a shark. So, yeah, on the lookout for sharks, and we'll probably grab Idara's foot and like point at one.
And look at the shark and just... I'm on to you.
You see, no, pointed out, you see these 3 reef sharks kind of circling, and then floating in the water at the entrance to the cave is a Sahuagin holding a spear.
Are they, like, looking at us, or are we far enough away that they haven't noticed us yet?
Seems like they're just guarding the entrance. Like, they're not attacking you yet, but they don't want you to go in there.
All right. And the sharks seem to be with them or coincidental?
Give me a nature check or
Sure.
a religion check.
Sure.
You know,
They're the
I'll go-
same.
I was
Wow.
about to say, I'll do a religion if you do nature.
Sure. Nature 17.
Ooh.
It's these underwater animals. Adara was
Yes,
into underwater
I was
animals as a kid.
thinking.
It is canon. The dice have made it so.
Hell yeah.
Religion. That's 21.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Shy, you know that the Sahuagin worship the shark god Sokola and have a kinship with sharks, which they train as attack animals. Even untrained sharks kind of view them as allies. Adara, you know that they can telepathically command sharks.
All right. So my
We
plan
definitely
of
have to.
my
We definitely
plan
have
of
to deal with these now.
yeah, and my plan of like ganking the Sahuagins that the sharks were like blood isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
You do have 4 merfolk guards here if you want to be like, hey, just deal with this and sneak in.
That's true. We could be like, we believe in you.
Avoid combat.
You know, I'd rather deal with them ourselves so that we don't have to look out for them on our way out.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that's true. All right.
So try and convince. Do you want the merfolk queen to fight with you / come investigate the cave with you?
I
She wasn't. They weren't offering to do it,
don't.
but they are present.
They are present. And they were just gonna like wait outside for us, or just the guards were gonna wait outside.
The guards were going to wait outside. The merfolk queen is undecided at this point.
Oh,
They're very worried about their children.
that's fair.
After we take care of the guards, then we can discuss. If
Yeah,
she
yeah,
wants
definitely.
to come with us, I say we don't stop her.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
Okay.
Yeah, because like we don't know how difficult it'll be to take down this group, so it's like maybe it'll be really easy and it'll be no
Yeah.
problem, and they can just wait outside. But you know,
Well,
if we need
also-
backup.
Also, are they like a competent fighter who would be like
Yeah.
useful for combat, or are they somebody we would need to also keep an eye on and protect?
And also, as we fight, they will get a better picture of how we fight, and therefore can make a decision whether it would be safe to go with us.
Yeah.
True.
All right. I say we encourage the merfolk guards to join us in this fight, so that Jess has to run as many creatures as possible, and then we just take the front gate.
Cool. I will
Okay.
run as many creatures as possible.
You're welcome.
At least you didn't bring any humanoid NPCs to add to the fun.
It's true.
Okay, let's roll initiative then.
All
As
right.
you wanted to like do a quick strike on these folks, but it sounds like you're just gonna do an attacky attack.
Yeah. 19.
Damn.
Ooh.
I'm still
That's-
rolling for everyone.
This is like the best initiative roll I've had in like a while, because like Vittori has a +5 to initiative because of our ranger stuff. But also every time I roll initiative, I always roll like below 10, but this time I got a 14. I was like, a decent roll.
Nice. Yeah, Adara has advantage on initiative, but that didn't stop me from rolling a 12.
Okay.
I actually got ahead of Adara. I'm 13.
Oh my god!
Hey! Okay. Shy got a 13. Got a... Oh, you're gonna go ahead of that because of your dex. Merfolk have good dex.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
They're gonna go before Shy. Hey, Jess. Fuck up your initiative. Okay. Okay. So, Vittori, you are up first.
Woo. So, our enemies are the one Sahagwan and then 3 sharks?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna try and snipe the Sahagwan before it can, like, telepathically command the sharks to do anything.
Okay.
Okay, so we are underwater, so I guess I am rolling at disadvantage.
Yep.
That's fun. You love to see that. I got a natural 20 and 11, and I'm like, I can't. Rip to that natural 20. That would be a dirty 20 though. So
you hit.
Thank you, my +9.
Good.
It's so silly.
You hit.
Oh yeah, Hunter's Mark. So, oh god. It's been a while since I played Vittori, so I have to remember all the fucking dice she needs to roll turn 1.
The answer is all of them.
Yeah, it's always all of them, so plus 10 base damage, 6 Hunter's Mark. I think that's all because that's not Grimstalk yet. That 13 points of damage. Okay.
Okay.
Second attack.
Nice.
That is a 22.
That hits.
She's so ridiculous. Like, even at disadvantage, she can just roll that high just for fun. 9 damage, and then final attack. Which...
Wait.
Hmm?
Sahagwan is dead.
Yay!
Would you like that last attack to go to a shark?
I guess, like, we definitely want to defeat the sharks, so yes, I will.
Yeah, because the merfolk guards are just supposed to, like, chill out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want them to be attacked. So, wait. Did I roll final attack yet? I didn't, did I?
You did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that is a 15.
On Sharky Shark?
Yeah.
That hits.
Does that hit? Yay. Jesus Christ. Maths. 21 damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good thing the Sahagwan is dead because it was gonna go next, and that would have activated its blood frenzy. Instead, the Murder Queen is next, and they are going to cover themselves in shimmering light. And having seen Euphoria do this a lot, you would recognize that they have put on mage armor. And then merfolks are going to attack some sharks. So 4 merfolks. 3 sharks. Wow, they suck a lot. I rolled all like 2s and 3s.
Oh no!
14. One of them hits. It's
Yay.
going to hit one of the one that you almost killed and take it out.
Nice.
And then the other sharks get their turn, and seeing that Vittori killed their friend and almost killed one of their other friends, they're gonna go for Vittori, and wow, my dice are cursed, y'all.
Good.
Only one of them is gonna hit you because I don't think a 13 would hit you.
No.
But a dirty 20 does.
Yep.
So that is going to be... Let me find the die. 5 piercing damage.
That's not bad, except blood frenzy is a thing.
They don't have that.
Oh, yay.
Reef sharks don't have that. They just have pack tactics.
Yeah, we gotta worry about
Nice.
hunter sharks.
Yeah. Good, they're not like my enemy.
And then it is Adara's turn.
Or Shy's turn? I thought Shy went first.
Shy's turn.
I was about to say, Shy going to get a turn, but
Milady.
Shy goes. Y'all rolled worse than the NPCs.
all right. Gosh, I'm not even sure if I should bring out the spiritual weapon at this point.
This isn't a spell slot kind of fight.
Okay. Sacred Flame is radiant, so it's not actually fire. So it should work underwater. We'll go ahead and target the closest shark. And they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Hey!
Oh, this double curse.
Perfect.
Thank you, Ing. Thank you, Jazz.
Thank you. All right. So that will be.
You can do all your damage for this, because that was a nat 1 on the save, so treat it like a crit.
Okay, so like a crit, so that would be max plus.
Plus roll on top, yep.
Okay, so that would be 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Anything else?
If I can get close enough, could I use my whip?
Yeah!
Okay, let's try using a whip underwater. And
Might
see
be,
how that-
it'll be a disadvantage, because it's hard to do underwater.
Yeah, I imagine, but
I don't think mechanically it is, but like I'm ruling that it is because that's silly if it's not.
I can't.
Yeah, there's a lot of
imagine,
there's a list of things that do work underwater, and like tridents and spears, and I think swords maybe, but like no one ever looks at that paragraph in the player's handbook. So
roll double 11s. Okay, so plus that'll be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
So, for what it's worth, if you have a swim speed, you don't have disadvantage for those like melee weapon attacks. Usually, I can see the weapon, the whip still being a thing. Like defer to DM. I'm just throwing it out there.
I just still think just because a whip is like funky.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Adar, because I always forget that does help melee attacks, because I'm a ranger, and I was looking up those rules just for me, and I was like, oh, I'm rolling a disadvantage no matter what.
Yeah, no, I pulled them up.
Ranged attacks, they're always disadvantage.
Yeah.
Adar is right though. But I posed it for the whip because I don't think it should work like that.
Valid.
Yeah.
That's another 5 points of damage.
Okay. Then it is Adara's turn.
All right, there's 2 sharks left.
Yes.
They're both harassing Vittori.
One just got whacked by Shy.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they were both harassing Vittori.
So in the same general area.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna go attack the one that Shy just hit.
Okay.
With my sword of wounding. So why not?
Hell
you know?
Yeah.
Is that a +1 weapon, or is that just it has some other extra nonsense?
I think it's you can make it do more damage thing.
Yeah, but it's not a +1. Cool. Good to know. All right.
Time to quickly search it up.
It's fine. I have it open. So that is an 18 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
Cool. Then you will take 12 points of damage.
That's a dead shark.
All right, and then I'm
Nice.
gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Do it.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. You will take 10 points of damage.
Oh no, that's so much
I
damage.
was like, oh no.
No, I just
I hate when I take math.
because I'm using my scimitar like attack that I had written down, but I have to subtract 1 from it because that's +1.
Right.
So it was a multi-part calculation was the problem. So yeah, 10 points of damage, and then I'm going to wound you.
Okay.
So at the start of each turn, you'll take necrotic damage. But for the rest of this turn, I'm gonna bite the shark.
Eh.
Oh, 23 to hit.
Okay.
Please take 11 points of bite.
Okay.
And it's not worth using any fancy resources on this, so that's my turn.
Okay. Victoria, you're up.
So, like, these sharks managed to go a whole round without, like, being completely wiped out, but
Right.
now they will be. I rolled double 19s?
Definitely
Destiny.
hit that shark.
Yeah, I don't even need to add anything to that. That's a dead shark right there. And 12 damage.
Okay. That's a dead shark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The water is full of blood.
I hope that doesn't attract more stuff.
The merfolk will deal with it.
And you can go to the map now because you are at the cavern.
We're at the map!
Well,
Woo! Map.
and that means I actually have to look at the stream.
The cavern.
Alright. I gather we're entering lower right,
Lower right.
Ooh.
and those look like stairs.
It is a slope.
Okay.
And there's no other guards or anything.
Not that you can see.
Suspicious.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Perception check?
what can we see?
You can't see much until you go into the cavern as it goes up.
Hmm. I am looking at the little, like, crevice, kind of, like, alcove that's, like, to the north of us.
Mm-hmm.
Is that anything, or is that just the shape of the cave?
Oh, that's the shape of the cave.
Okay. So there's nothing there.
What
Idara, Tori, do either of you want to stealth, perhaps? If so, I shall hang back. If
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
give
if
us
there's nothing else up here, I think we might as well stealth, because, you know, if we stealth and then we get caught, we can then go aggressive.
Yeah, and
But
Shy,
if we go
you're
aggressive, we can't go stealth.
yeah, Shy, you're useful at range, so it's not a problem if you hang back.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do that.
So I'll stay like 15, 20 feet behind you two.
Cool.
Social distancing.
Hey.
The merfolk guards kind of swim outside and look irritated that they can't go on with you. And the merfolk queen walks out of the water and looks at you and says, "Shall I guard your back, or can I rely on you to bring my children as soon as possible? You made short work of the sharks, but it'll be dangerous inside."
I mean, I feel like if they're gonna phrase it like that, then we have to say that they don't have to come with us.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're unreliable all of a sudden.
Tori's like definitely so confident from the way that how quickly that fight went that she would definitely not want help.
The fight indeed went quickly. I'm fairly confident that we can make short work of this. If not, I'll work out a signal. But if you would prefer to wait here, I'm sure we can handle this.
I'll go part way in with you so I can signal to my group.
Cool. How
Sounds
sneaky
fair.
are you?
That's fair.
Enough. Queens do not hide in the darkness.
Great. Victoria and I will be the scouting party.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll walk up those stairs with you, but then just kind of crouch with Shy. And the two of you going in, you find yourself in a damp and musty-smelling cavern. A carved stone altar stands in the corner opposite the underwater entrance. Near it, you see a large column of row, approximately 25 feet high.
Damn.
It's a lot of trips.
Yeah.
You can
Did
give
not
me a perception
expect
check
them
if
to
you
be
want.
stacked like that.
I will perceive. There we go.
Can Chai roll a perception as well, or is it
Yeah.
Victoria? Okay.
If you've come
I
up the
rolled a
stairs,
21.
Yeah.
28.
Damn.
So
19.
now 19?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you
Nice.
all see, and I'll tell you on the map, the altar is that altar looking thing. The row are the scattery little circle things, but now you
That
can
explains
see
a lot.
that black lines little section, which you see as an air shaft entrance into the ceiling, which would be an above ground entrance to the cave.
Oh, like it's a like ceiling trapdoor sort of thing, or
Mhm.
okay.
You also see the altar is dedicated to Sekola. And there are 4 Sahuagin kind of milling around in here.
Two
Question, how lit is this cave?
Hmm?
How lit is this cave? Like, is it in darkness?
Not terribly.
Hmm.
Actually, wait. Since you came in from the underwater entrance, I misspoke. They are chanting in Sahuagin and dancing around the column.
Huh.
And that's in Sahuagin, so despite the fact that we understand Awkward, we don't know what they're saying.
Yes, unless you
Okay.
speak Sahuagin, you do not understand what they're saying.
Nope. Alright. To Vittori, I'm gonna discreetly whisper, like, not to make any assumptions, but baby sacrificing ritual?
Seems like it. I really wish I knew more about their customs so we didn't have to make these kinds of assumptions, but seems real ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Can Shy make her religion check on this? With the chanting
Sure.
and everything going on.
Maybe
Sure.
the queen knows.
Sure.
Let's see. Religion. Non-natural 20.
Okay.
Jeez.
And anybody else can give me... I hate doing a nature check for, like, a sentient
Right,
humanoid race.
Insight?
Yeah!
Yay!
I was like,
Yay!
I want D&D to have no culture. I might just add that for their things. I'm like, give me a no culture check.
Well, I pushed for insight, but then I rolled a 4, so 10.
I have a 17.
Okay. So, you, Shy, you know that this is possibly some kind of religious ritual. What stands out to you is that if it is, you don't see a priestess. And that Sekola has female priestesses.
So we have a player that's missing.
And that Sahuagin don't really do anything without a priestess's say.
Something's really wrong here.
You also know that blood sacrifice might not be totally, like, out of the ordinary thing because of their blood frenzy and how their kinship with sharks. But the lack of a priestess stands out to you. Vittori, you remember that Sahuagin really, really do not get along with other aquatic humanoids. They tend to have a feud of sorts with aquatic elves and merfolk. And it might not be a religious thing. It might be more of, like, if they wanted to capture children, it might be related to warfare in some way. Adara, you are confused by the dancing.
How many knees are they supposed to have? It doesn't make sense.
So it's more like a morale thing? Like a war chant kind of deal? Is what I'm thinking this is actually. It's still confusing to me. I'm still very... Well, they definitely don't have, like, good intentions towards the merfolk, that's for sure. It's just, why not, like, the eggs are all, or the roe are all intact, right?
Yes.
Just like, why wouldn't they just, like, immediately just, like, crush the roe? Like, once they have it.
Are we still together as a group? Or...
no. The two of you were sneaking ahead and you were still in there.
Alright, so this is the conversation that Idara and Vittori are having. I mean... Do you think they speak common? Like... I recognize this sounds like a stupid plan, but often just busting in and starting to yell at them works surprisingly well.
Yeah, that's true.
But it works significantly less well if we have no common languages. So...
Yeah. That's very true. I wish those rings let us speak Aquan as well, because I feel like that might be a language they'd know, but...
They just speak Sahuagin.
Yeah.
F. Big F.
Can we try and approach, like, discreetly? Get, like, a better sense of, like, the state of the row?
Approach stealthily, or do the, like, walking up, like, hey, what's that thing?
I think stealthily, based on what we've been doing so far, right?
Okay.
And I don't know. Yeah. Maybe when we get closer, maybe we'll say we have any extra information that makes us change our... But right now it's like, I don't want to make assumptions here, because, yeah, you know, we've been doing Threeflings for long enough to know that you can't just, like, bust in and... Yeah.
Yeah, the Threeflings as people at this point are, like, aware enough that if there's a monster-type person doing something, it's better to ask what they're doing first.
Yeah.
On the other hand, they have kidnapped babies, so that's a solid point against them.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get closer.
And there's always, like, the problem, like, what if we're not getting the whole picture? Like, what if, you know... There is a good reason, like this isn't actually a kidnapping and we've been lied to, you know, there's a lot of factors that could be here.
Yeah. I feel reasonably confident in my assessment that the queen is, like, at least they think they're on the up and up, so, you know, possible they're also being tricked, but I don't think they were the origin of the deception, if there is one. On the other hand, maybe it's as simple as it seems, and we're just suspicious as hell for no reason.
Yeah.
I would say that Shy is trying to pinpoint the priestess, because there should be one here.
Give me a perception check, Shy.
Okay. Alright.
And the other two of you, give me another stealth check if you're getting closer.
Another? I don't think we did a first one.
You did.
Oh, did
It was
we?
a while back, though, before your conversation.
I have no memory of this. Okay.
19.
I mean, if you say we did, then...
Like,
19,
sure.
you said?
19.
17.
18. We're very
19,
consistent.
18, 19. Hey! Shy, you see a richly dressed priestess behind the altar.
That makes sense.
Took you a little bit to see her, but you can spot her robes and ornamentation. Go ahead.
I'd imagine she's in like that alcove behind the altar.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Shy would have to move a little bit into the room in order to see her. So it was probably as Shy was looking around, unconsciously creeping forward.
I like that you just do that. You just gave me that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should I make a stealth roll since, you know...
Sure, do it.
Because this could end very badly.
I believe.
14.
Okay, let's see. Oh. So 2 of you snuck in successfully.
No.
And then you hear the chanting, "Dup." And you see, if you turn behind you, you would see Shy, like, there in a crouch. The merfolk queen doing a this. And suddenly, the dancing Sahuagin are no longer dancing. They are holding their spears and looking your way.
Oh, probably Shy's way.
Shy's way, yes.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
My way or the Shy way.
Bringing out the book.
Okay. Conversation attempt aborted. I guess that sounds like rolling for initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, yep.
Okay.
Record scratch.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
24.
That's a 12.
Oh, no.
And what did Shy get?
I got a 12.
Oh, 2 12s?
Yeah.
Team synergy.
Yay!
But Vittori before Shy. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Dari, you are up first.
All right. So I see all of the dancing ones stop. I don't know there's a priestess, do I? Because
Nope.
I haven't known to look for them. All right. So I'm going to move into the middle of the dancing Sahuagin. Weapons. Yeah. Well, weapon out. And I'm going to say in common, we're here to retrieve some kidnapped babies. Back up or start bleeding. And I'm going to ready an action to attack one. I'm going to ready an action to bite one. That moves threateningly at or away from me.
Okay. Let's see. I'm having a thought. Okay. So they kind of look around at each other in confusion. And you notice one of them look towards the altar before looking back to you and brandishing a weapon. And then Vittori, you are up.
Well, I think, yeah, Victoria's gonna also ready an action to, like, shoot any of them if they, like, you know, come at her. But she's also gonna look at the altar where all the Sargmen are looking at.
Okay.
So I assume she notices the priestess. But I don't know what that actually means in this context.
Priestess is hiding.
Okay, so I wouldn't see her. Yeah.
Yeah. Shy spotted her, but she is currently crouched in an alcove where you can't really see her. But you have readied an attack action?
Yeah.
Alright, Shy, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'd like to... weapons have been brandished, they haven't attacked, though?
They have not attacked yet.
Is it because they haven't had an opportunity yet, or because... Well, but that one looked at the priestess and then brandished a weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like they've been given an attack order. That's what Shy has decided. And... Yep, priestess. Yeah, just gonna throw the book at the priestess. Yeah, I think that's good. That's gonna be a great idea.
Okay. She's hiding, but you know where she is, so you can do that.
Uh-huh, and my spiritual weapon is going to clearly illuminate that area.
Yep.
19 to hit.
You hit. Everybody's like, let's hold actions. Shy's like, take this!
Look, we made an effort at diplomacy, and if nobody backed up off the road, that's their fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We've established plausible deniability, as Wendy said in chat.
Yeah.
6 points of force damage.
Okay. All right. It is now. Is there anything else you would like to do, Shy?
I have an action, but I don't think are any of them near enough to me to attack?
Not in melee.
Okay. So I'm going to definitely be...
I'm imagining you're like further back near the entrance and they're around the row thing.
Right. Okay, so I'm just going to step forward a bit to make sure that I'm between any enemies and the queen.
All right. So, let's see. There are 4 of these dudes, and Shy did attack the priestess, but she's a little far. So, let's see. Actually, you know what? All of them are going to throw their spears at Shy first.
Yep.
My readied action goes off also.
Yep. See, ooh, that's a 20. Hey, my thing came. Ooh, 20s and 19s. Okay.
Time for the curse to wear off.
Guess who also got a nat 20?
Oh, shit. I think mine happens first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So first that's gonna be 6, and then I roll 10 piercing damage plus 13, 16, 20 piercing damage to Shy.
20 total or 20 more?
20 total.
Okay. Yep. Perfectly fine here. Everything's good.
Yeah. 20's a walk in the park.
And then they make a move to run and attack Idara and Vittori, and that is when, as they're stepping up to bite you, that is when your ready attacks will go off.
Great. Idara, I rolled because I was excited, but I rolled minimum crit. So Idara bites one that's going for her first, for 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Attack as well. That is 14. Does that hit?
It does.
Nice. Dice. That's a 7 damage. Second attack. Oh, I guess no, it's a ready, so there's no multi-attack.
How much damage was that? 7?
7.
Okay. And I think only Vittoria gets hit because Idara, 18 doesn't hit you, does it?
No.
Does 19 hit Vittori?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not much. It's not a big bite. Idara bites much harder. That is 5 piercing damage.
Oh, little babies.
Little babies.
Fun fact, Idara can't do 5 points of piercing damage on her bite. Even if she rolls minimum.
She's too strong.
Too much muscle.
Idara's turn.
Alright. Well, now they've started it. So I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
So taking a swing at the one that I bit with my scimitar is a 22.
That hits, yes.
Cool. That is 13 points of magic silver slashing damage.
And that one goes down.
Alright. Gonna turn to the next one. The one that bit Vittori. Gonna hack at it.
Okay.
Net one.
Ooh.
Easy come, easy go.
No.
He gonna try and bite you.
Alright.
Dirty 20.
You meet.
And that is 3 piercing damage.
Unacceptable. I bite him back. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
What does Sahuagin taste like?
Please take 8 points of piercing damage. I think Jazz asked in chat earlier what a shark would taste like, and I assumed that a Sahuagin would be the same. So, you know, I said sandpaper chicken. Because stingray tastes like chicken. So I just assumed that maybe they'd be similar. And then this
Sharks
one tastes
are
like
kind of like fishy steak.
Yeah.
So
I know when I get fish and chips, I usually get flake, which actually is shark, if I'm not mistaken. And that's nice.
yeah. So this tastes like sentient sandpaper chicken. And
Alligator tastes like chicken.
I assume it's still like up, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Make me a wisdom save. Yeah, make me a wisdom save. I'm gonna menacing attack that.
Ooh. Okay, that is 18.
All right, you pass, but you do still take 3 more points of damage as I defend my cousin. And I'm not moving. I'm staying here. I'm gonna second wind. Fuck it. Sorry. Let me just take an entire second turn right now. Yeah. So that's a 19 to hit with my scimitar.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna clear out this room real quick. For max 14 points of damage.
I love how, like,
Idara
and Tori was so cautious about, like, you know, fighting them, but, like, as soon as combat breaks out,
oh yeah,
Dara's like, yep, time to fucking die, fuckers.
Alright, so that is a 22 to hit the next one in line.
Okay.
Please take 10 points of magic silver slashing damage.
Okay.
And, make me a wisdom save. Because there's no rule saying I can only do these once.
15.
Fail. So you are frightened of me until the end of my next turn, and you will take... Did I say damage? You'll take another 2 points of damage.
Said 10.
Yeah, so now it's 12. 12 total.
Okay.
2 extra. Oh, the music just cut out. There we go.
Anything
It's
else?
back. No, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
So it should have left. In common, which they don't understand.
seeing that Adara is now the threat in the room, the priestess emerges from behind the altar, and she is going to run up to Adara doing this and cast tongues on you.
Oh. Man, we could have avoided so much if you did that earlier.
She cast it on herself, actually.
Okay.
Sorry, to speak common.
That makes more sense.
Yes, it does. I forgot how spells work.
I was like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I would allow her to cast something on me, actually.
Yeah, no. She's... Enough. We can make a bargain.
Uh-huh.
Again, that's how things go sometimes, I guess.
What'd you say?
Could have made a bargain earlier, but I guess that's how things go sometimes.
It's like that depends on what kind of bargain.
Don't understand. We thought you were thieves.
We thought you were kidnappers.
We have... What led you to that assumption?
That pile of eggs over there?
She smiles a shark-toothy grin. Ah, yes. Our plans for the future.
I'll need more of an explanation.
Weapons down. And she gestures to her two remaining warriors, one of whom is very bloodied at this point. He can't really put his teeth down, but he does like
Adara with the face.
Yeah, Adara, holds her scimitar down and just smiles.
He makes a like. He has claws, but is doing a like. No, I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to put weapons down when you are the weapon, as you well know.
Lie down on the floor.
We could probably remove the map at this point if you want.
Cool. Also, sorry for the pop-up that just appeared. My antivirus is free and therefore wants to remind me to pay for upgrades at the most inconvenient times.
It's like, I think the book is gonna, like, pretend to sit on the floor. I bet it's, like, an inch above it.
Okay.
At the moment. But it's like, I don't want to dismiss it because... I'm gonna want to make an insight check because... Granted, nothing has been explained yet, but they don't act like people who have just kidnapped a bunch of children.
Mm-hmm. So what are you trying to determine?
Whether the eggs that are stolen are the ones that we think they are.
Okay.
Because we just see a pile of roe, maybe it's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the other eggs are somewhere else.
Give me an insight or nature check.
Okay. That was cocked. 15? Insight.
Insight. So these are something that the priestess definitely views as her children. But looking at the row, I mean, it's hard to tell because you see, like, various forms of embryonic growth inside. Yeah. It's hard to tell if it's Sahuagin or merfolk.
So I have an idea, but also it really depends on like whether you would consider row animals.
Oh.
And also, I realize now that like neither Merfolk or Sahagwin are animals either, so this actually wouldn't work. But I did have the idea, and that it because Vittoria now has look at animals and plants, and she could, if they were animals, locate and see if locate Merfolk row, but probably wouldn't work.
Probably not. The row column is a construct.
Ooh.
Damn it.
So she said those were their plans for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that doesn't really...
Yeah, what's the plan?
Yeah.
We've suffered under the tail of those filthy Ascalonians, thinking they're so high and mighty. She gestures to the column and said, now these Ascalonian form raised Sahuagin will infiltrate and in a generation conquer them from the inside.
So kidnapped babies.
Kidnapped, going to be brainwashed, and sent to kill their own kind.
Our future.
So is the bargain that we kill you quickly, or...
You may take half. Or, seeing your face, maybe we could... There's something you want. Perhaps a favor from Sekola.
Yeah, the thing is, Adara, you know Shy. And you
Yeah.
know Shy's not happy about this, and Shy's just waiting for the moment the fighting starts again to just whack this person's face with the book.
Yeah, alright, look. I'm gonna be frank with you.
I appreciate honesty.
These
I
are...
give you the row that we acquired at great cost of life. And, but perhaps you do us a favor in the future.
Can you talk more about the injustices you've faced that have led you to want to do this plan?
Well, injustices. Do you know what it's like being called a sea devil? We live in the same area and they get all the credit. They live in beautiful houses and we live in caves and they're just showing off.
Okay, just gonna point this out. She's like, do you know what it's like to be called a sea devil? And there we are, all
Thinking that up.
She says to 3 tieflings. No, but land devil, sure.
Yeah. Wait, is Adara a land shark?
Yeah.
How is a land shark?
Oh, yeah.
my god.
Also, technically, demon, not devil. So
Yeah.
yeah,
True.
she can empathize with neither part of this, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, Victoria is also a demon. So
Yeah.
it's like...
So only Shy understands their plight, I'm afraid.
But
it's a funny comparison.
Yeah, but then again, Shy doesn't understand their plight because
Yeah.
she's never been tempted to kidnap somebody's children in order
Yeah. Yeah, the Threeflings are really here right now to be the people on Twitter who go, your concerns are valid, but the way you've said it is wrong. And that's more of a problem, really. Yeah, I'm gonna tone police this kidnapping, actually.
And there's Shy going, no, you cannot justify kidnapping.
Yeah, this feels like a cool motive, still murder kind of conversation.
Not only,
Yeah.
okay, It's like I might have been able to understand if you were to kidnap them and then raise them as your own if you felt like they were being mistreated. But no, you're just going to brainwash them and give like
We're raising them as warriors in the Sahuagin way.
And did they agree to that? No. Ergo.
We get where you're coming from, but I feel like if this was different circumstances, like circumstances where you didn't kidnap Ro, we'd want to help you, be less misunderstood, but this is a very cruel act. And, I get, wanting to be like, oh yeah, you're calling us evil, we'll do evil acts, and fine, be that way, but, this isn't something that I can condone. I can't compromise on something like this.
Yeah, I don't know how much you know about above water politics, but if you look at the three of us, like, we all literally have physical characteristics indicating that someone in our ancestry at some point fucked around with an evil thing. With varying degrees.
Shark. You are
Yeah.
blessed by Sekola.
Sure. Generally, people frown upon that is the thing, and yet none of us have ever kidnapped over 150 babies to raise them into an army. So I feel like we can set an example for you and you can do better. Or we can take the babies back and it will be painful for you.
My people wanted to sacrifice the Ro for more power. This seemed the kinder method.
and we're saying that neither of those things are okay.
I'll allow that I can understand why you thought that. Because baby kidnapping is better than baby murder.
Yeah.
However.
But it's only a matter of degrees. They're both bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lesser of two evils is still evil, is the thing.
So, where does this leave us? What will you give us?
Life? Not dying?
Yeah, your remaining lives.
You're not in a position to, bargain with us, really.
It's either you let us take them back and we let you go, or we have to take them and some of you will definitely die, perhaps all of you.
I know when I've been beaten. Fine. Because Sekola has blessed you. I see that you understand. We will not stop you. This time. And they clear a path for you to get some row.
Yay!
Can I insight check her? Make sure that they are going to let us leave with them.
Yeah, I was
instead
gonna
of
ask the
waiting
same thing.
until our arms are full.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Cocked.
That's 21.
14.
Yeah. 15 you said?
14.
14? Okay. So you both can tell that they're not attacking you while you get these row. You are definitely the stronger fighters, and they're gonna let you through. Shy, you get the nagging suspicion that this might be a first foray into Ascalonia for them, and they might try some other method of attack in the future. Maybe not baby stealing, but this is all for today. But like, we lost the battle, but we'll win the war is kind of the edge in her voice.
Yeah. But as long as they're not going to try and steal babies in the future, they have a right to fight that war if they want to. I'll just warn the queen about it after we leave. It's like, as long as they're letting us take the babies, I don't want to start up the fight again and perhaps hurt them.
Mm.
Okay.
So, as we make our 30 trips back and forth,
Yeah.
just like one toothy rude bastard to another, Adara says to the priestess, have you tried using your words?
4.
Words can be surprisingly effective sometimes.
The fact that you don't understand the question answers it for me. Thank you.
The flighty merfolk look down on you when we tell them we would rather they died painfully, devoured by many sharks.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep carrying guys.
I know you don't really see the problem in making threats in everyday conversation, I'm guessing, in your culture, but I'm thinking that they probably took that the wrong way.
Was only being honest.
Yeah, but you can see why they wouldn't want to be around you after that.
We are here to tone police.
I'm just saying that you threatened to kill them. That's, generally people take that seriously and figure that you don't want to be around them anymore. That's just saying.
So, after some time, you are able to get out all of the eggs. At which point, the queen is ecstatic, and the guards are, frankly, shocked. In the water outside, they invite you to a grand ceremony to celebrate your success under the water.
Yeah.
You know, after all that heavy conversation with this hardwood, it's like hard to be incredibly enthusiastic about a ceremony, but you know, I'll take it.
That sounds like a good distraction. We should fill them in on what transpired, though.
Yeah.
Yep. And Shai will make a point of commenting to the queen that, it doesn't really plan like there's. It sounds like they're going to stop, but it looks like they have tabled the idea of kidnapping children. Sounds like they're going to be going back to direct attacks, or they were going to try and use the children to infiltrate.
That's terribly concerning.
Yes.
Disgusting. Shark creatures. They give nothing but blood.
They do seem to be like a quite bloodthirsty race.
I'm right here, y'all.
It's like
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, is that their nature, or is that, you know, something that, you know, they can change, or is that just like, you know, something you just have to live with, and, you know...
Surprise! Merfolk are race.
Yeah.
Knowing what I do about someone who perhaps has a bit of a similar personality, I'm wondering if it's part nature, part culture.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps in the future, if they could prove that they could change a little, maybe giving some deference to their culture might help relations in the future. But it's obvious that both of you have cultures that are very at odds.
Insight check. Was that about Adara? 15.
Yes, that was about Adara.
Idara knows and is just like,
Well, I
Adara
suppose-
will remember this.
Adara will remember this. Hey, did I say anything that was untrue?
no, but you still said it.
Well, I suppose we could stop killing sharks for sport and
Yeah,
turning their teeth into jewelry.
that would probably foster better relations if you can hold out some sort of an olive branch like that. Maybe it will get them to start considering different ways.
We have a festival. You are all duchesses in Ascalonia now.
Holy Varel. Or
Sick.
nobility now. Does that mean that we have to be eaten?
Does it have responsibilities or?
Or is it title only?
You'll find out.
Uh-oh.
There is a grand ceremony you swim down to, and you see hundreds of dolphins, whales, octopi, sea creatures, notably no sharks, and thousands of merfolk of all colors, shapes, sizes. And they're all cheering for you as heroines,
Yay.
hailing the new duchesses of Ascalonia.
We'll be back again.
After the ceremonies, the Mer Queen pulls you aside. Says, "The rings are yours to keep. The promised reward was little, but you helped your part of the bargain, and we all thank you. I consider you my honored guests and personal friends. You're welcome to Ascalonia as nobility whenever you wish. From now on, whenever you are at sea, you may call me by my birth name, Tarathia. If I can't hear you, know that Atirat knows you and will aid you as best as she can." And she places her hand on each of your foreheads. "And you have acquired the blessing of Atirat."
Ooh. I like that. And also, Shai is really excited to see if this place has a library and how different they probably keep their history. So
It's
Shai is
true.
extremely happy with being able to visit this place anytime.
Idara's pumped for the merfolk party she was promised.
You have to physically stop Shai from looking for a library or a records building and drag her to the party instead.
Stay put, you have to have fun.
But I can have fun while reading. That is the most fun thing I can
It's
have.
a cultural event, Shai, you're obligated to attend.
I just
you're right
realized
about
that
that.
Shy is, that quote from Arthur, which is having fun isn't hard if you have a library card.
Oh my god.
So, being hailed as heroes and going off to a merfolk party is where we will conclude tonight's adventure.
Yay! We didn't
This
solve systemic racism, but we did become nobility.
Which I'm not sure.
So
that's-
now we're part of the problem.
Yay!
Yeah, but the thing is, we just have a title. We have no wealth that goes with it.
It's true.
Or power. I mean, you're friends with the queen.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was Tooth and Fin by Jazz Isinger, who
Yay.
looks like she left us, but go
Aw.
follow her on Twitter. This was from Uncaged Volume 2, and let's meet our threefs, starting with Gwen, because you were last when we started. So, Adara, tell us who you are and where we can find you. in
I'm
real life.
Gwen DB all over the internet. You can find me mostly on Twitter where I post art because I'm an illustrator. So check that out if you like seeing a picture.
Just one picture.
One picture. That's it. That's
Who
all
are
you get. Then
Where
you have
can
to
we-
leave. I will block
Who
you.
are you? Where can we find you?
Was that me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hi, I'm Zan. You can find me on Twitter at Pale White Rabbit. Someday I'll get back on there, and also Instagram, also Pale White Rabbit. And this weekend I will be participating in Galentine's.
Galentine's Day!
Yes, and I also have a deal going on my online shop that if you check out with the word all caps Galentine's, then you can get 10% off of almost the entire store, and half of it, the proceeds, will go to charity.
I love that.
So I will put the link to my store in the chat.
Vittori, who are you? Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Resilient. I think this is the first stream I've been on since the big announcement, which is that I am an official writer for Candlekeep Mysteries, the next D&D book. So, you know, watch out for that March 16th.
Yay!
And I am hoping to bully these people into letting me run it on this channel.
That would be so fun!
Yeah.
And we are gonna go shoot our behind the scenes. Oh, I should tell you who I am, huh? I'm Jess. You can find me on Twitter. And I am also running 3 games of Dumpster Fire tomorrow for Galentine's Day. So come support, play games. It's basically like speed dating with TTRPGs for $15, which goes to charity. You get to play a bunch of super fast TTRPGs with fun people like me and Zan. So do that. It's very cool. And we're going to go shoot our behind the scenes Patreon video now. So support our Patreon. You can hang out with us in the Discord and see cool art previews and learn fun facts about the Threefs.
Like how tall they all are.
Share memes all the time.
Next week, we will be back with The Divine Order of Things by Jamie O. DeBeer from Uncaged Volume 4. And now let's go raid Eris's channel.
Yay!
Thank you so much for spending your Friday with us. We love you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.